Greetings, Coach Mashudu here. Just wait a little bit and just check who's coming to join me this afternoon. If you're joining us, just say hi so that I'm not by myself. And if you'll be listening to this as a replay, type replay and welcome. So let's get to it. So welcome once more. If you're, I'm live on all my socials, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Instagram, and if it's the first time you're here with me, welcome. Welcome to my circle, and do share, tag your friends to come through. And since the month of October I've started, I've been talking about transforming our relationships. And today I'm going to talk about one topic. Hi, Nelly Siwe, welcome as well. I see we also got Siwe on Instagram, so welcome, guys. And Coach Togo as well, welcome as well. So since the beginning of October, I've been talking about transforming relationships, which is the project I'm launching. If you haven't downloaded the ebook, I'm asking myself, why haven't you downloaded it? It's free of charge. It's provided with tips and nuggets on how to improve your relationship. And relationship is not only about umjolo. I know people, when they think relationship, they just think about umjolo, because that is, even if you go to any social media, you'll hear hashtag umjolo. I also saw on TikTok there's umjolo, but the relationship with yourself as well is quite important. So I'm busy just unpacking what you can do in your relationships. And also we have launched the course as well. So do click on the link as well, which is on my timeline, and you can start enrolling, and there's a discount that we are offering this week. But just get the ebook, guys. So when I hear to those who have already downloaded, let me know. You can also type, have you downloaded the ebook? What have you learned? What are you going to do differently? So I'm looking forward to hearing that. Coming to today's topic, which is also part of the course, I'll just gonna give you a little bit of a teaser so that you know what you're getting into. And then last week I spoke about the spiritual law of love, which is about loving yourself. So if you missed that recording, do and check it out. It's also on my YouTube as well. So today's topic is, who are you? Have you ever asked yourself, who are you? To those who have joined, do you know, who are you? When somebody asks you, who are you, what comes to mind? What do you ask yourself first? So who are you? I'll wait a little bit. So who are you? You can just type, who are you? When somebody just says, who are you? Do you know what does that mean? What comes to mind? There's no right or wrong answer. So just let me know, who are you? And hi, I see their emojis as well. I see we've got MSG Seleke, welcome as well. And just also respond, who are you? Also tag your friends to come through. And if you're gonna listen to this, let's say later, just type replay. So who are you? So let me take you out of your misery, because I see no one is responding. That's okay. So when someone says, who are you? It's a quite a challenging question to answer. I see Siwe says, I'm a very diverse human being who is here to explore yourself. Yay, thank you for that. I love that answer. It's values that comes to mind. You know what I'm going to talk about. So Siwe, MSG, I'm gonna leave now. I'm a creator and a student of life. Wow, you guys are amazing. Thank you. Hi, Spume, welcome. So I love your answers, and they tap into what I'm gonna teach and what the course is all about. And it goes further, because look at yourself. Are you a gift to someone that you interact with on a daily basis? Are you that gift? Have you ever asked yourself, like even today, I know it's almost 7 minutes past 1. So throughout this day, have you been a gift to someone that you have interacted with today? And a gift can mean so many things, but to you, have you been that part? Have you been that person? Because knowing who you are, it helps you to be a gift wherever you're planted. because whoever is surrounding you is a gift for you as well. And then when you meet with them, you need to ensure that by the time you exit that discussion, you would have also imparted something to them. And it comes to the answers that came up from MSG's leg. It says it's values that comes to mind. We are never our titles. So at first, before I started my transformation journey, when someone says, "Who am I?" I'll say, I'll mention my names and all this. I'm Shudu, I'm Tieni, I'm Kitty, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I've got 2 kids, but we are more than our titles. And one shouldn't go about making their titles forget their identity, because your identity, it's all about your values, which MSG has already spoken about. It's identifying your values. Do you know what are your values? Because your values helps you to set you apart. Your values are that thing that when somebody has violated them, you can even feel them in your body. So whenever our titles, as much as you're a colleague, a boss, you're a lover, you're a mother, you are not that. So your identity is more than that. As human beings, we are forever evolving. So we need to identify ourselves. And our values are quite diverse as well. We've got what we call conscious values and our subconscious values. I've got a client which she says when she thinks about me, because she thinks, there's a word that I normally say and say, you're being incongruent, because you're saying you want this, but you're behaving like that. And that happens. It's normal, because our subconscious mind, which runs about 95% of our body and our lives, is the one. And if it's not in agreement with your conscious values, it's all about the will, the short term, and all that, like me speaking to you guys now. You find that those are incongruent. And what I love is just one of the techniques that I do is to help you to align your values so that you don't portray out there to the world being mbaqambili or being incongruent, and you show up as one person. You have seen such people and you say, this person said this, but you never realize it's their conditioning and what is ingrained in their mind as well, which they need to address. So you need to identify what are your values, and also you need to reflect, have time to reflect. If you have never done this exercise of saying, who am I? So who am I is not about your titles. It's not about whether you're a man or a woman. As much as you're a man or a woman, it's identifying you, this authentic person that we need to identify with and learn from. So it's about that. And I see also, it's definitely, I'm a gift, but some people never know how to appreciate the gift. So it starts with you. Start appreciating yourself more. You realize the more you give what you're looking for, the more you're going to receive. Because also those people, you find that they come from a place of lack of love and they don't know what is a gift. But when you start showing them, role modeling that, they start reciprocating. So try that and let me know. I'd like to hear what is going to happen. So it's similar to the love language. They say you've got a partner, and when you love flowers, you love tulips, you love, let's say, roses, and then your partner brings you carnations, and you'll get so mad because you don't relate with carnations. You love roses, but you have never bought yourself roses. So buy those roses, and your other people surrounding them say, no, she loves roses, so this is what she loves. But they can't read. You can't read people's minds. Yeah, I know there are people, but on a daily, everyone they're going through their own hell, heaven and earth, going through their own challenges. But we can't read people. But it's important that we ask and we are able to help and be able to be heard as well. Welcome, Stretch School Essay as well. It has joined us. So coming back to who are you? It's about identifying your values. Are they aligned? It's also, if you don't know them, sit and reflect. And part of having a coach like myself is to help you to unpack that, to help you understand who you are and align those values. So part of what you'll be doing on the Transforming Relationship is understand, what does your soul yearn for? And you have to look at your strengths and what are your flaws as well. And what impressions are you giving people? Because people are always saying things about you. And what have you been hearing? So you sit down and you reflect on that. Then you understand who you are. After you've done that, you start saying, as much as I'm this person, I'm more than that. And you start making choices to be more than that. And some choices are going to make everyone think like you are mad. They're going to make people, the close one, they don't understand you. They might distance yourself. But it's the choice that you have to make to identify who you truly are, because daily we're evolving. At the moment, you are not the person that you need to be. So you need to continue untapping yourself, getting to know yourself on a daily basis, so that we can realize the giant, the gift that you are. As we said, Siwe said she's a gift as well. And then who else? And we are creators. So we are forever creators. That is why we are human beings. So another question I'm going to ask again. Today, in the past, since you've been awake, have you been a gift to someone, and have they been a gift to you? Because it's a two-way thing that has to happen. So once you're doing this, you need to make choices that suit you. Because if you're not authentic with yourself, if you're not authentic with this relationship with yourself, you're not going to be authentic. You're going to be incongruent with the other relationships, and you continue complaining. So if you've got problems at the moment, you created them. Your role is to solve them. Your role is to look at the problem from a bird eye view and say, remove yourself. It's one of the techniques when I say, just sit there and just visualize yourself floating. So remove yourself from there and see yourself from a bird eye view, and so that you can solve that problem. Because every problem that we have, there are solutions. That is why we are human beings. We've got so much power. So you also need to find what are your passions, what excites you. And if you're in bad relationships, look at those relationships. And also the bad relationships, they're there to reflect something that you had to learn. If you haven't learned a lesson from those relationships, they're going to continue. You're going to run away, they're going to continue. So it's a gift that one has to embrace. And one also has to make sure that the roles that you occupy, whether you are a father, a mother, a lover, a boyfriend, a sister, they don't interfere with who you are, with your identity. As I said, your identity is more than you. We are forever evolving as human beings. So also evaluate the people that you surround yourself with, your networks and your partnerships. Are they supporting the bigger version that you are making a choice to make? So the course goes deeper into that, and then you sit with yourself and you reflect on many aspects. And I trust with what I just shared now, you are able to start and have that conversation with yourself and say, who am I? Am I wearing a mask? I've worn a mask most of my life. I remember when I was working at work, I was somebody else. After knocking off, I was somebody else. And at times you can play that story for a long time, but at times the body says, we are tired of this Mbakambili, you being two-sided, and you cannot do it for long. And you can even feel it to yourself, and daily you realize you are lying to yourself. So who are you? Are you lying to yourself? Are you being yourself? Because when you tap into identifying who you are, people are going to judge you, but who cares if they judge you? Remember when you were born, it was you, your mom, the caregivers who were there, the doctors, or anyone who helped your mom to be born. And then why are you giving people airtime on identifying who you are? Because they were not there. Even when we were made, they were not there. But when we go through life, which is normal, is something we learn as we are growing, we get conditioned. So we need to unlearn that of giving rent to people in our minds and let them dictate, and then we run away from identifying our true self. So with all that being said, I want to leave you with some work. Go and ask yourself, are you still wearing the mask? Do you know your identity? And then when is the mask going to fall off? When are you going to be yourself and celebrate, so that we can celebrate who you are? Because we are looking for who you are. And we still need to tap into your greatness. So ask yourself, wherever I am daily, even with myself, because the first relationship that you need to transform is yourself. Then you transform the others you transform the other relationships with others, which could be your partner, your kids, your colleague, your boss. But are you wearing the mask? When is the mask gonna fall off? And why are you continuing wearing the mask when you know the truth? The authentic self, the truth is always talking to you on a daily basis. And whilst you're still at it, ask yourself, what does your soul yearns for? And when you do this work, make sure you've got a notebook. Make sure you're in a quiet place. And if you have been quite busy, just breathe. Just take a few deep breaths. So you breathe for a count of 4. And you hold your breath for 7 seconds and you breathe out for a count of 8 seconds or more. So you do that at least 10 times until you're calm. Then you'll be able to tap your whole body, even your internal organs would have calmed down, will be in sync with tapping into you and talking to yourself. Then you understand. Then you tap to the authentic you and you start having these difficult conversations with yourself. And when you're doing that, be compassionate with yourself. Hug yourself, cry, and say, I know I've been doing this, but now I know better. And I'm going to remove the mask. I'm going to show the world my identity. I'm going to step out of this place and show the world what they've been missing, because I've been missing this person who has been yearning within me. Hello, Mataba. Welcome as well. I'm about to end. Please listen to the whole recording and also respond. And when you're vulnerable enough, that is part of identity of understanding your identity. Do share what were the things. So you can also private message me. You can also message me on 061-518-3208, and then just unpack. So do this. Because if you don't know yourself, if you don't master yourself, you don't know who you are. We are missing out. You are missing out, and you're robbing us of your greatness. So what would it be? Is it removing the mask? Continue doing what you're doing? Or stepping to the greatness that you are, which is an amazing being, and you are amazing beings, and you are loved, and you are amazing. And always remember that, and you are always supported. Thank you so much for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon. And to those who will be listening later, just type replay, or if you're listening from YouTube, like and subscribe, and also share and tag your friends you believe need to hear this message. And let's continue transforming lives. Let's continue changing. Let's continue being better human beings so that our grandchildren and generations to come will live a better life. And we are living a better life. It's how you choose every day, how you view your life. Thank you. Bye-bye.